Have you ever wondered what these white lines in the sky were? They are called contrails, and they are essentially human-made clouds. But they have a dark side, especially at night. These contrails, produced by the exhaust of airplanes, create a blanket of clouds in the atmosphere. And this blanket is warming our planet at alarming speed. So, how exactly do they form? When a plane flies, the engine releases tiny particles and water vapor. But sometimes, high up in the sky, when it is particularly cold and humid, the water vapor condenses around the particles, creating an ice cloud. It's just like breathing out on a cold winter morning. Most contrails disappear within a few minutes, but if the plane flies through a particularly humid and cold area, the ice crystals persist and linger in the atmosphere for hours. So what's the problem with this? In the daytime, contrails will reflect some of the sun's heat back into space, helping to cool the Earth. But at the same time, contrails block some of the heat radiating from Earth. During the day, the net effect may be cooling or warming. But during the night, there is no heat from the sun to reflect into space. The only climate effect the contrails have is acting like a blanket, trapping heat on Earth and warming the planet. But there is good news. Not all flights produce warming contrails. In fact, it's only very few of them, depending on the time of day and the part of the globe they fly in. Less than 3% of flights cause 80% of the contrail warming. So what if you adjusted the flight path of these very few flights to avoid the cold and humid regions? Yes, this may cause a little detour, and the plane might need to emit a bit more jet fuel. But if planned carefully, simulations have shown that the extra warming from this little CO2 from the detours would be only 1/100th of the warming saved by avoiding the contrails. And the good news doesn't stop here. As a climate solution, contrail avoidance is pretty cheap. On a transatlantic flight, let's say from Paris to New York, it would cost less than €5 per ticket to avoid the contrails. That's less than the coffee you pay at the airport. So what are we waiting for?